we really are the womb of man or just woman out there, which means that we're just men with inverted penises. And so a lot of motherfuckers understand, you know, this world is messed up. A lot of people understand that people have been doing this for a long time, that they were born the wrong gender. There's a difference between a boy, a male child, and a girl child. Nothing more than the direction and basically gravitational, pull. I guess that's what it is. Is it inverted or is it dropped? Which one is it? That's what men and women are, especially once you are a mature adult, once you are, you know, over 21 and all of that. Young adult or mature adults. That's why a lot of people, especially back in the day, you heard about it more. They actually would naturally change from being a freaking vagina having female, I believe, to a penis having male, and probably vice versa. But it usually happens before a certain age, and I've seen documentaries about it. It's very traumatic to the person. They don't know. Imagine that shit happening to your ass. That could have happened to me. I think it was destined to happen to me, and I didn't want it. I'll be honest. I'll be very honest. I didn't want it. I was afraid, and that's science. So you don't know what you're really talking about, and it's not a good idea. It doesn't help to show pictures of young adult lesbian women who look just like dudes. You want to choose the pictures of some older 40, 50-year-old lesbian women who trying to look like men or look like men, not the young ones, because the hormones of the body are still fresh, and you never know why the person is doing what they're doing. Whatever. It could be, you know, a sin of the flesh or a sin of the consciousness. You don't know. Sin of the flesh is uncontrollable, um, especially for a young person. But anyway, let's move on from that. I like the picture I chose. It was just cute, so I just chose that one over the other one. So let me go to, how can I get a nice size screen to get the other picture. I need to show it, of these four chicks, because this picture was so telling. So let's just start talking. He was talking about Beyonce. He was talking about, this is a whole hour long, this daggone video talking about these damn women. Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, and Cardi B. You know who I think they are? I'm going to tell you as follows according to what I know. I think that Beyonce is the attribution to, I don't know why there's a confusion here, but I'm going to keep saying what I was saying, actually. I'm not going to cut that. I'm not going to cut that idea off. I'm not going to cut it off. The attribution of Isis slash Ishtar. Rihanna is the attribution or manifestation of whichever one. This is Hollywood, so they groom you to do this. The Rihanna is the attribution or manifestation of the, like, I think Greek goddess, and I think also Caribbean, whatever, Calypso. All right, Rihanna, the promiscuous Calypso, the one that was a lesbian, the island of whatever. Um, I'm gonna skip. Honestly, I'm going to skip Nicki Minaj because I don't really. No, I really don't. But it's probable that both of them is maybe what it is that they're so young still, and Nicki Minaj is still single and not married, and Cardi B is so damn young that their persona has not formed yet, and they don't know who they want these women to be, because Nicki Minaj is, like I just said, she's a single woman. She is the new, she is the Little Kim 2.0. And so he's talking as if this was the first era of this movement. It's like the 13th billion, because there was chick before Little Kim that was in the media, in American media entertainment, doing the same thing, channeling the same spirits or same forces, whatever. So um, I'm just gonna say the last person I think is, because I don't really feel like it's the same. I think it's maybe this individual is this person, and this not this individual, this person, not this whatever, is a general concept, the whore of Babylon. So now, like, go back. For some reason, Beyonce still, and it's probably because she's married and has kids and stuff, she just seems so plain and pale. Always came off to me as a plain and pale person most of the time. I know who her or I have, she's a artist or whatever you call it. So I've seen her real persona and everything, and I see her individuality and all. I'm gonna let y'all take pictures. It's no problem. But she just so often comes off as a plain Jane, pale person, like her mom, you know, and but a married plain Jane, not like her sister. Her sister is a divorced. I like her sister. I like Solange's music is great. Beyonce didn't get me, but Solange's gonna get me, honey. Solange and Erica Badu gonna have to work together to get me. anyway, I love her music. Solange's music is pretty fucking good. I am open to liking her music, because guess what? Beyonce's music was good. I was just hating on her at the time. Back in that time, whatever it was, 2005, 2010, whatever year. I was just, whatever. I didn't, yeah. But Solange, I'm open to liking her, and I love her Native American um, element to her artistry. So anyway, I only said three personas because I don't know the fourth one. Who is Nicki Minaj? Who the hell is that? Rihanna is clear. That's Calypso. Now Beyonce is be quiet, tablet and cell phone. Stop vibrating and stop going off, please. However, likes to. I think at first she didn't want to emulate Ishtar, the wicked queen of Babylon, the queen of heaven, the wicked queen of heaven. But she's been doing it lately. You noticed that, right? She's been doing it. That shiny black and gray outfit with all the balls and everything around it, and she had that horn crown thing. I think that was her Coachella costume. To me, looks like the queen of heaven. Queen of Ishtar looks like the queen of Babylon to me. Even though the queen of Babylon is emulated as a woman, they combine the same person. Emulated as the woman in the red dress getting drunk with the blood of souls of people or whatever. But that's the whore of Babylon. The queen of heaven, which was the queen of Babylon for real, was Ishtar, was Semiramis. Semiramis. So, or slash Isis, same thing. Um, and so that's Beyonce. That's clearly Beyonce. She also wanted to go beyond that, and she wanted to channel Oshun. She wanted to go beyond that. She has this Sasha Fierce thing is attributed to this demon named Sasha. Is her channel. That's what she's channeling, where she's getting her energy from, I guess. And what is a demon? Oftentimes, a demon is nothing more than the source of power that quite possibly or quite simply came the stored source of power someplace that quite simply came from stolen energy of human beings. That could be what Sasha, the demon Sasha, is. A lot of women that lost their femininity, lost their uteruses because of false uh, 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 um, hysterectomies. Men who lost their femininity because we don't accept feminine men. We think that feminine man is and gay. I mean, not gay, gay, or it might not be gay, but feminine man and a faggot is the same thing, and it really is not. Femininity is an energy, masculinity is an energy. Um, Gay is a emotion, is the lightness of your soul. Gay is happy. Okay, charming, um, and whatnot, positive energy type of thing, right? Gay is positive. But faggot and homosexual is a sexual oriented. That's implying your sexual habits, your sensual, your sexual habits, your intimate habits, and your excess misdirected hormones, which is energy also. Hormones have a lot of interesting energies because it's a chemical. Misdirected hormones or confused hormones, chaotic hormones, and um, and whatever else. So that's why I think did all of the women know, because Cardi B is very young. Beyonce went through the whole she's a man thing. Michelle Obama. They accused Michelle Obama of being Michael Obama, being a man with a penis, like a penis having man. Beyonce, same thing. Um, Sometimes you have to give up your femininity to stay high up in the social order and make people believe that you're something that you're not, or that you might have turned into that, so that they are not jealous of you. And it's a future insurance on your safety. Because people remember when people used to say Beyonce was a, they don't say it anymore. She was a man, and Jay-Z was a, you know, so whatever. She's a smart broad though. She don't never stop working. So anyway, I'm not a Beyonce. I wonder, her birthday is August. Who's Jay-Z? I think is a winter birthday, and I think Beyonce is a August, uh, the 4th. So she would have been a Leo. I know that both their birthdays are the 4th of the month, and they got married on April the 4th. 444. So that's all I really know. It might not be August. It might be in the fall time. It might be November or something like that. So anyway, that's Beyonce. She's been around the longest. Hey, she's been around the longest, so you know more about her, right? That's how it seemed to me. The issue is this: we are all human beings. And in his previous video, he broke down what are the key elements of the human body. The first one on the top of the list, I believe, was oxygen. The second one, the second most important element to the human body, in the human body, is hydrogen, because if the body is made of 70 or 80% water, then it would have to be hydrogen, oxygen and hydrogen. The third one, I believe, is carbon. That's just skin. Just like the plants, the leaves on the plant, carbon. The sixth one was nitrogen, I think. I want to put that in there. This nitrogen is an important element to the human body. And I'm missing a couple. And then after nitrogen, all the other ones were things that you eat. Potassium, magnesium, everything else was shit that you eat. Is shit that you eat. You know, you eat your bananas to get your potassium, stuff like that. So anyway, I'm gonna stop with that, and I'm gonna say that we're humans, and carbon. Let's go with the carbon. Let's forget about oxygen and hydrogen because all life on Earth needs oxygen and hydrogen. All life. Um, so uh, beyond that, let's do humans. We need carbon, nitrogen, but let's do the carbon. The carbon. Well, no. Which one? Nitrogen or carbon? I don't know which one I needed to do to say this. The point is 666. That's the other thing I was trying to get to. The 666. The nitrogen, I think, is the sixth element. The carbon, if nitrogen is the sixth element, then carbon is not. I think carbon might be the third element. And there's a 6 and a 6 and a 6 in there. And that's the mark of the beast. You don't need a chip in your body. You already got it. You got chips. And they're called cells. They're natural. And inside every cell is a mitochondria. So you are very well chipped. The universe knows where you at. And if the universe knows where you are, the government does too. You don't need a chip. Now, because of that 666, we have a beast in us. We're supposed to tame it. We all have it. Nobody's better than anyone else. And it all encompasses everything I said before. That. We all got it. At different levels. The carbon helps you absorb the sun, the skin. I forgot the other things he said in his video. He was getting on my nerves because his video is just too long. I think it's something with me where when men talk about women for for a whole hour, should have been shorter than that. Because I don't even know who each of these women are. All I know is Beyonce and Rihanna. I think that Cardi B is supposed to be the whore of Babylon. Because she's a whore. She's a whore. She's a real whore. Yeah. She's a real whore. Like, you know, she's only 25 years old. She's a former stripper at 25. She just had her first child, literally, 2-3 months ago. She's already divorced. She was fucking married to Offset, correct? His friends don't like her. They talk about her trashy or whatever, but that's the frequency of those men at that community of people. They always like that. And Cardi B is from right here. She's from the Bronx. That's how I know what I'm talking about. And that's how I know. That's why I'm saying that I think that in Hollywood terms, in entertainment business, in Babylonian terms, that's the way I say it. Anti-Christian term, you know. Cardi B is the attribution is attributed, I believe, to the whore of Babylon. And the thing about her is that the whore of Babylon don't got a goddamn name. That's not a name. Right? I think that's Cardi B. Why do I think that? Because she's so fucking young. She got there too quickly. She's already a former stripper, a prostitute, or this or that, blah, blah, blah. What else does she need to do? I don't really see what's her talent. I don't even watch any of her videos. I don't like Cardi B. I'm scared of that. She's nasty. I don't know what her talent is. She reminds me of the dark side of myself. So I don't want to be bothered with that. So anyway, you know, that's what I think. Nicki Minaj, what is she? The only thing that I can remember with her, and the thing with Rihanna is, you saw how she came to the Met Gala back in the March, dressed as, I don't know who she was dressed as. The queen. I was gonna say the queen just because the Queen of Heaven, but she might have been dressed as. She had a whole white outfit on. Cardi B is still at the immature phase where she's still copying other celebrities' dresses when she goes to these events. She had, when she was pregnant this year, when she was 7 months pregnant, 6 months pregnant, that fat ass stomach of hers. She had on the same outfit that Rihanna had on the previous Met Gala year. The same shit, but it didn't personify her. Rihanna got that. She got that shit down packed. That's Rihanna. Cardi B doesn't have it. She's never gonna have it. She probably did it too early in life, and she's just washed out woman. Um, now, stop taking pictures of me, damn it. Now, Nicki Minaj. The only thing I can remember about her is her company being a company to the Grammys, I believe, like 5 years ago, with the Pope, look-alike, a Pope, imitate somebody imitating the Pope, and he came in all white. He had on the whole costume. He had the fish hat, I think, on or something, and she came in dressed all red, silk satin red, with a red cape. I think she had on a red hat. What type of hat would you wear? I think it was not a top hat like Erykah Badu. It was not a witch's cone. I think it was. Oh no, she didn't have on a hat. She had on a hooded cape. She came in dressed in all red. Her makeup, I believe, was black, and I think maybe the inside of the cape was black. I don't really remember. Probably wasn't. But that's how she came dressed. All red. She had on the reptilian eyes or the draconian eyes. So I don't know who the fuck she is because I don't know draconian or reptilian personalities. I'm not a fucking reptilian I'm a human. So I don't know who she is the personification of in terms of the entertainment, the Babylonian system. A woman dressed in red accompanied by the Pope. She's not the whore of Babylon. The whore of Babylon don't wear no fucking cape. A hooded cape. She's like the red. She was dressed like Darth Vader, but she just had on red. The whore of Babylon had on like a red dress, I believe. Like how Cardi B dresses. On the everyday shit. She had on like a burgundy outfit and one of these, I think the event where she got hit in the face by the guy, the security guard, Nicki Minaj's security guard, or Nicki Minaj's friend. I believe she had on a burgundy poofy dress. And so now that I did all that talking and put my face in the camera, oh God, that was a bad idea. I should have actually did that. I don't know why I put my face in the camera. I should have never did that. Let me look for this picture. Because I wanted to point this out. Yep, there it is right there. Let's see. Hampton. I hope she ain't. Mom!
Hello?
It says the gang. Hashtag Beyonce. Hashtag Cardi B. Hashtag Nicki Minaj. Hashtag Rihanna. Come on. Oh. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Usually you can't make it bigger. Nope. So, just look at this picture after that silly fight that those two women got into last month. How come I don't see? There it is. Now look at this picture. It tells a lot. That says a lot, right? Really interesting. I don't know the date, but you can date it by the outfit that Beyonce is wearing. whatever event that was that she had that outfit on. I think that was last year. Cardi B was still married last year. Let me see. Oh, who cares when it was? Right there. And Nicki Minaj has her jaw, and both Rihanna and Cardi B is touching her. You know, but isn't that interesting? Isn't that something? Reptilian lady back there, right? You got three Caribbean women, two Caribbean American women, New Yorkers at that. Three of them Caribbean heritage or whatever, and one Southern broad, right there in the middle, looking like, to me, like she doesn't want to be there. She's just sitting. And then Nicki Minaj has got her hands all dolled together, trying to make eye contact with the photographer, with the camera. Beyonce's looking at somebody on the other side of the room. And Cardi B is looking at somebody to the right of her that's not in the picture at all, making sure her face gets in the camera. And the only two people looking at the camera is Rihanna and Nicki Minaj. It's really interesting. Excuse me. I don't know what this says. I wanted to choose this picture, but the other one was cuter, and it was easier to get the picture on there, and I liked it better. And it said Golden Girls. That's what I liked about the picture. It said the Golden Girls. Exotic Beyonce, is that what that says? It says, "What's up, Beyonce?" It says, "What's up, Beyonce?" So anyway, that's the John. This must have been last year. And there you go. You know, they each have on purple. Nicki Minaj's hair is silver gray and it kind of looks purple. Rihanna looks like she has on purple on her outfit and in her hair. Cardi B hair has a purple tint to it. I think she actually has purple in her hair. It could be black, but I don't think it is. I think it's purple in it. And Beyonce had some sort of purple in her dress. That, remember that. The pictures that she took with Jay-Z that night. So I did the video, but I don't know who all of them are. The Queen of the Universe right there, Beyonce with the blonde hair. They named her Queen of the Universe. Rihanna, Miss Calypso. She's the personification of Calypso, or the incarnation, however you want to say it. Who is Nicki Minaj? I have no idea. The android. That's who Nicki Minaj is. And Nicki Minaj represents the android. She is Little Kim 2.0. Remember what Little Kim was doing 10 or 12 years ago? Remember that video she did with Janet Jackson? That's what Nicki Minaj is. Nicki Minaj is the android. He said in this video here that she is possessed by the archons. So it's the same thing. She's the android, the Barbie. So she's soulless. She's the one that had butt implants. The only one that had butt implants. And I think she had breast implants, not sure. But Nicki Minaj is fake, basically. She had butt implants. She was initiated into the Young Money crew. She was with Drake and also the Lil Wayne, and the Young Money crew, Baby and all of Baby's offspring. Cardi B is a complete mystery to me. Don't know who she is at all. And then you got Beyonce and Rihanna. Rihanna is from a foreign country, from a neighboring country. She's from Barbados. She went back to Barbados and told the children at the event that she was asked to speak at that if Jesus is not working for you, stop praying to Jesus and start praying to Satan. He will deliver you and give you what you want. And then she got up with her mustard yellow outfit and walked off like she was all the shit and left. And the people and in her home country didn't know what to say after she had that advice to give to young children. But that's what she told them. I will be honest, I kind of don't disagree. I swear. Because these are Caribbean children and they're neglected in a sense. I'm going to be just flat out, nobody can fix it. And the issue is that the region has been plagued in a sense with certain demonic energies because the sea is so deep and because they had all of these events that happened. Ancient Atlantis, the past history of that region of the world, the Caribbean Sea, has a lot. It's very heavy. It's really true what they say. Area 52 is in the Caribbean Sea right next to Puerto Rico. Area 51, everybody knows what Area 51 is. That's in Arizona, right? Area 52 is in the Caribbean Sea underneath it's a very heavy, that's what it is over there. So she could be, no parent can help their child when it comes to that if you wasn't lucky enough to be born with a certain, but the rest of but how can I say this? The advice is unsound. It's coming from a single woman with no children, a famous wealthy woman. She sees it her way, and for her, that's what worked for her, coming from where she came from. And the people are just going to have to deal with the fact that that's the celebrity of their home country and deal with what she told them children. And then you got Nicki Minaj and you got Beyonce basically did the same thing. She let her followers created the Church of Bay and they worshiped Beyonce because remember I told you they named her the Queen of the Universe back in 2012. They got the Beehive. They got all that type of stuff. Then you got Cardi B. She is a nobody to me. And it often happens to us women from the Bronx. In my opinion. Look at the role that Kerry Washington had to play in the show Scandal. Kerry Washington is from the Bronx. Kerry Washington played the president's side piece, the hoe. The president's hoe. J-Lo is from the Bronx. J-Lo played the same role in her own personal life. She's not even in with Ben Affleck anymore. Is Ben Affleck married or right? So that's just, that's what happens to a lot of us women from the Bronx. And those are all entertainers. But who else can I name that's a woman that's famous and is not an entertainer? That I can think of, and I can't think of anybody. I can think of Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's from the Bronx. I could think of Colin Powell. I think is from the Bronx. But they're men. One is a scientist, an astrophysicist, a famous astrophysicist, and the other one is the former, what do you call that? What was his job in the Bush administration? I forgot. So anyway, I wish I knew what Cardi B was supposed to be and Nicki Minaj, but I think I got both of them right. Cardi B is just a whore of Babylon. She doesn't have a name. The whore of Babylon don't got a name. Okay? And she's riding on top of the beast. That's Cardi B, honey. Riding that motherfucker. She know how to ride that shit. And they all know how to ride it, but Cardi B is a you know. Anyway, let me see. What was I saying? That it said in the Bible, it says Mystery Babylon the Great, which is the United States of America. We know that now. We didn't know that 1,000 years ago because the United States of America didn't exist yet. But now we know that Mystery Babylon the Great in the Bible is this country, the United States of America, and this place is known as the belly of the beast, New York City. New York, New York. So, here we are. We finally got some peace over here in the belly of the fucking beast. The beast must be sleeping well, and I want him to until I get the hell out of here. Okay? I'm not in the mood for the crap. Sorry to break it to you. I'm tired of living a hard knock life. I'm not from Brooklyn. I'm from the mainland. Okay? And I don't want to be famous. I'm embarrassed to do that. I am so camera shy is the word. Now, I was going to play something else. Don't remember what it is. But it was a good John. It's too bad I don't know my history enough to go into more depth into what I just said. But somebody, oh, you know what? I could find a video about Rihanna, and so that you know who Calypso. See, that's what I don't know. I don't know my history about the Greek goddess Calypso. I think she was Greek goddess. I'm assuming. Her name was Calypso, but that's who she is. She's a personification of that. And let's see, Rihanna and Calypso. I don't think it's gonna come up immediately. And Calypso, So there's some great. Rihanna is like Kanye West, and I like Rihanna, and I like Kanye West. Rihanna is like Kanye West. These movies, she did a movie, or they did a movie about, or whatever. I don't know how to explain that. But she is the manifestation of Calypso. Okay, Carnival Calypso Rihanna. Rihanna, she is a carnival broad, son. You know those beautiful Caribbean women that be in the car? That's Rihanna. They are so gorgeous, those Caribbean women. Anyway, it's not here. I don't know how to find it. And Calypso. It's not going to come up. I was watching it. It was really good. I learned something. I think it was, I don't know what it was. Goddess Calypso. Rihanna channels Oshun. I told you that she had on a mustard yellow dress when she went back home to talk to those young people about praying to Satan if Jesus ain't working for you. And she's fucking right. Let me go deep into that. The children need to know who you people, you ignorant ass motherfuckers out there are teaching them to pray to every goddamn night. Jesus and Satan is the same motherfucking person. But there's two Jesuses. One is white motherfucker. There's a bunch of them. And now that we're in 2018, we got the black Jesus, Serapis, which was manifested as Tupac. So there's a lot of Jesuses out there. Which Jesus are they praying to? Your children that you're teaching them that Christianity? Because the historical Jesus never existed. And if their consciousness is not a special consciousness where they can penetrate through the metaphysics of him not being a real person in real life, it's the false Jesus is going to seep into their receiving their prayers. and they could be praying to Satan. Okay? And they need to know. So if you ain't going to tell them what I just said, somebody need to wake their asses up earlier, sooner than later. And then maybe they'll turn away from the whole shit forever. Or maybe they'll just turn away from it until they understand it better. Because nobody would ever admit to the children that. How can you explain to how you would never explain it to us? We're all Caribbean here. You never explained to us that Jesus is Satan, Saturn. You never explained that shit to us. Because we don't know our astrophysics. You don't teach us. Y'all don't teach. Y'all don't believe in education. So how would anybody know what Jesus is? Right? What about Jupiter? Right? Isn't that right? That was just the planet that when he was born, I believe, or whatever, that was following him. Jupiter, not Saturn. So if you don't know the science, because y'all are black, ignorant black people, and you don't fucking know who you're praying to, you might be teaching your fucking children to pray to Satan. So Rihanna said it. It's not that big of a deal, but she said that came from the mouth of a famous, a successful, young, single woman, no children. Kind of irresponsible, but she said it. I don't think I'm gonna find it. It says Calypso the sweet nymph. That'll help me find out who Calypso is. She was a nymph. Well, he said in this video that Rihanna is the spirit of promiscuity. That he knows of 15 men in the industry, famous entertainers in the industry, that Rihanna has had sexual relations with, intimate, serious relations with, and that's only the men that he knows of. So you can easily double the number. That's what he said, right? So promiscuity. So here we go. Calypso is the sweet nymph. Stop judging us all by the same standards. Calypso is the sweet nymph. She ain't just any old nymph. See, they're special for one reason or another. I don't know much about Calypso. Maybe I should have just typed in Calypso and not Rihanna Calypso. The Odyssey of Homer.
The first book of the epic, books 1 through 4, tell about Odysseus' son Telemachus. Telemachus has been searching the Mediterranean world for his father, who has never returned from the 10-year Trojan War. Today, Odysseus would be listed as missing in action. When we first meet Odysseus in Book 5 of the epic, he is a prisoner of the beautiful goddess Calypso. The old soldier is in despair. He has spent 10 years, 7 of them as Calypso's not entirely unwilling captive, trying to get home. The goddess Athena has supported and helped Odysseus on his long journey. Now she begs her father, Zeus, to help her favorite, and Zeus agrees. He sends the messenger god Hermes to Calypso's island to order Odysseus released. It is important to remember that although Calypso is not described as evil, her seductive charms, even her promises of immortality for Odysseus, threaten to keep the hero away from his wife, Penelope. No words were lost on Hermes the Wayfinder, who bent to tie his beautiful sandals on, ambrosial, golden, that carried him over water or over endless land in a swish of the wind, and took the wand with which he charms asleep, or when he wills it awake, the eyes of men. So wand in hand, he paced into the air, shot for Pieria down to sea level, and veered to skim the swell. A gull patrolling between the wave crests of the desolate sea will dip to catch a fish and douse his wings. No higher above the white caps Hermes flew until the distant island lay ahead. Then, rising shoreward from the violet ocean, he stepped up to the cave. Divine Calypso, the mistress of the island, was now at home. Upon her hearthstone a great fire blazing scented the farthest shore with cedar smoke and smoke of thyme, and singing high and low in her sweet voice before her loom a-weaving, she passed her golden shuttle to and fro. A deep wood grew outside, with summer leaves of alder and black poplar, pungent cypress. Ornate birds were resting here, rested their stretched wings, horned owls, falcons, cormorants, long-tongued beach-combing birds, and followers of the sea. Around the smooth-walled cave, a crooking vine held purple clusters
My sweet
under a ply
Jesus.
of green and forest
So I wonder
grapes,
how many
bubbling up
Christian
near one
men
another, shallow and
got a
clear,
sweet
took
Jesus
tunnels
too,
here and there
and her
through the
name is
beds of
Calypso,
violets and tender parsley.
and not married.
Even a god who found this place would gaze and feel his heart beat with delight. So Hermes did, but when he had gazed his fill, he entered the wide cave. Now, face to face, the mighty Calypso recognized him, as all immortal gods knew one another on sight, though seeming strangers far from home. But he saw nothing of the great Odysseus, who sat apart, as 1,000 times before, and racked his own heart groaning, with eyes wet, scanning the bare horizon of the sea. Hermes tells Calypso that she must give up Odysseus forever. Now we are directly introduced to Odysseus. Notice what this great warrior is doing when we first meet him. The strong god glittering left her as he spoke, and now her ladyship, having given heed to Zeus's mandate, went to find Odysseus in his stone seat to seaward, tear on tear brimming his eyes. The sweet days of his lifetime were running out in anguish over his exile, for long ago the nymph had ceased to please. Though he fought shy of her and her desire, he lay with her each night, for she compelled him. But when day came, he sat on the rocky shore and broke his own heart groaning, with eyes wet, scanning the bare horizon of the sea. Now she stood near him in her beauty, saying, "O forlorn man, be still. Here you need grieve no more. You need not feel your life consumed here. I have pondered it, and I shall help you go." Calypso promises Odysseus a raft and provisions to help him homeward without harm, provided the gods wish it. Now Odysseus and Calypso say goodbye. Swiftly she turned and led him to her cave, and they went in, the mortal and immortal. He took the chair left empty now by Hermes, where the divine Calypso placed before him victuals and drink of men. Then she sat down facing Odysseus, while her serving maids brought nectar and ambrosia to her side. Then each one's hands went out on each other's feast until they had had their pleasure, and she said, "Son of Laertes, versatile Odysseus, after these years with me, you still desire your old home? Even so, I wish you well. If you could see it all before you go, all the adversity you face at sea, you would stay here and guard this house and be immortal, though you wanted her forever, that bride for whom you pine each day. Can I be less desirable than she is, less interesting, less beautiful? Can mortals compare with goddesses in grace and form?" To this the strategist Odysseus answered, "My lady goddess, there is no cause for anger. My quiet Penelope, how well I know, would seem a shade before your majesty, death and old age being unknown to you, while she must die. Yet it is true, each day I long for home, long for the sight of home." So Odysseus builds the raft and sets sail, but the sea god Poseidon is by no means ready to allow an easy passage over his watery domain. He raises a storm and destroys the raft. It is only with the help of Athena and a sea nymph that Odysseus arrives, broken and battered, on the island of Scere. There he hides himself in a pile of leaves and falls into a deep sleep. A man in a distant field, no hearth fires near, will hide a fresh brand in his bed of embers to keep a spark alive for the next day. So in the leaves Odysseus hid himself, while over him Athena showered sleep that his distress should end, and soon, in quiet sleep she sealed his cherished eyes.
Calypso tried to seduce Odysseus so he'd never go back to his wife, Penelope. That's the story, and
Hi,
Odysseus was
how are you
faithful. The
everyone?
whole time he was
Welcome back
left,
to my
he
lovely
was faithful to
channel.
his wife.
For your information, this video was
Well, she
created
was
on
faithful to him.
21 July 2018,
You know, he's a man. He
03 of
doesn't.
hour,
He's a different
04 of minute, and 09 of second. In this lovely day, we are going to explain something. The thing is, what is Calypso goddess of? In the next few seconds you will get a short information about what is Calypso goddess of. Hopefully it will help you. Enjoy the video. Here is the explanation about what is Calypso goddess of. Calypso was the goddess nymph of the mythical island of Aegyptia, and a daughter of the Titan Atlas. She detained the hero Odysseus for many years in the course of his wanderings after the fall of Troy, but was eventually commanded by Zeus to release him. Now, we will give you 20 seconds to read again the explanation by yourself, so you can absorb this information. Please take your time.
Calypso was the goddess nymph of the mythical island Ogygia, and a daughter of the Titan Atlas. She detained Odysseus for many years in the course of his wanderings after the fall of Troy,
Hi, that's
but
all
was
of the
commanded by
explanation.
Zeus
If you
to
find
release
this
him.
video helpful, please like and comment on this video and subscribe this channel. Thank you, and see you again in another video. Goodbye.
She was commanded by Zeus to release him. So she was the daughter of the Greek god Atlas. Atlas was the one that holds the planet Earth up on his back. And I think he created the geography of the Earth, whatever. I don't know.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Rob here from the Hybrid Network, back again with another Pirates of the Caribbean video for you. And this week we're going to be talking about Calypso, who she is and what she can do. So we know she is a sea goddess, and she could take any form she wanted to, and she chose the crab as this was the symbol attributed to her, mostly by pirates. Also, there is a story that we hear in Dead Man's Chest and at World's End, and that's about how she fell in love with a man called Davy Jones, and then she gave him the ship, the Flying Dutchman, and the job that he must perform, ferrying souls to the afterlife. But we all know the rule that comes with this, and that's that the captain of that ship can only step ashore once every 10 years. And when he came to shore to see Calypso, because that was his plan, that he'd come back after those 10 years, see Calypso and be with her, she wasn't there, and he felt betrayed. So he plotted against her, and with the help of the first brethren court, these are all the pirate lords, he trapped her in a human body. This is the human we know as Teodalma. She, however, didn't know that Jones was behind this. She just knew that there was a first brethren court. And Barbossa freed her. This is in At World's End. And this is where the huge fight scene takes place, because she brings Barbossa back from the dead, and his deal with her is that he's allowed to come back from the dead, but he has to free her. And he gets all the pirate lords back together, and this is the big scene at the end of At World's End, and because they're all together, he is able to free her. And this is where the waters are raging, because she is so angry as she finds out that Jones was on the end of all of this, that he had plotted all of this against her. So the waters are raging because she wants Jones dead, and he does die in that scene. And he's back with her because he goes back into the waters and they are back together. She's the daughter of Atlas and is known as a heathen goddess. And Davy Jones even describes heathen gods as selfish and uncaring. But we see that she does still love Jones, and that she has always loved him. And that's it. That's all her story. She doesn't really have much to her beyond that. Would you like me to break down another character? Leave that down in the comments below. I've been Rob from the Hybrid Network. Like, press the alert button so you know when we upload. And goodbye.
That was good. I learned something with that. And that was a Hollywood movie. What is the Dark Tower? I don't know. That was a movie with Idris Elba. I think I used the wrong channel for this video.
Welcome to Top 10 Archive. Founded in myth and carved from legend, we're counting down 10 of the most dreaded, powerful, and fearsome creatures of Greek mythology. Number 10, Medusa of the Gorgon sisters. In Greek mythology, a Gorgon referred to one of three sisters, Steno, Ephriali, and probably the most famous sister, Medusa. The name Gorgon derives from the ancient Greek gorgos, meaning dreadful. While descriptions of gorgons vary across Greek literature, the term commonly refers to one of the three sisters, described as having hair made of venomous snakes, as well as a horrifying visage that turned those who beheld them to stone. In early myths, Medusa would become the only one of the three to not be immortal, meeting her demise at the hands of Perseus, who was armed with gifts of the gods, a scythe from Hermes, and a polished mirror shield from Athena, which he used to view his quarry without fear of her petrifying gaze. Upon her death, the blood from her neck gave birth to her two sons, Pegasus and Chrysaor. Her head would be given to Athena by Perseus, where she would adorn it to the mirrored shield, thus creating Aegis. Number 9, Lamia. Once a beautiful and loving...
Okay. I just wanted to hear that story of Medusa. Sorry.
Welcome to Top 10 Archive. As we continue through our journey into the world of mythology, we're taking a brief stop to take a look at some Roman mythos. Join us in this segment as we discuss some of the mightiest beings of the ancient Roman pantheon. Number 10, Bellona, goddess of war, conquest, and peace. Bellona's name, an obvious derivative.
Okay. That's it. I don't have anything else about Calypso.
Hey, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's RFG back at it today, and I'm here with another video blessing you guys with a lot of very profound information. This topic is going to be on female agents in the music industry, and basically how the conscious state of the American woman has fallen, and who the four major culprits are, okay, over the past 2 decades. You see what I'm saying? Who have basically caused that to happen. There's four major agents, major female agents, who are the cause and the root problem, okay, of these females taking up this kind of persona that they have taken up in the past 2 decades, okay? And like I said, it's not a game, it's not a joke. It basically stems from what Hugh Hefner had up and running back in the late 50s and the early 60s, and then it progressed over time after the feminist movement, and certain agents were put up to the forefront by higher ups in the music industry, and they were basically told to sing about certain things to basically put a spell on the women, on all of the women in America, okay? And they are subject to many of these characteristics, okay? Not talking about all, but I'm talking about most women, shit, from teenagers all the way to 40, are carrying this mentality due to the media brainwashing and due to these four mainstream female agents, okay, who have taken over the mainstream, okay? And these four women agents are under fucking demonic control, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So without further ado, I'm gonna let it be known. All the feminist women out there who consider yourself a feminist, you have been brainwashed. You have been brainwashed. You have been misled. You have been put under a fucking spell. Okay? Because Medea is really Medea, Greek goddess of wickedness. Okay? And you fell for her fucking tricks and her spell. You've been put under her spell. And these are the four major culprits of why you carry the same, why you carry the mentality that you have today. These are the four major culprits. Okay, the first one is Beyonce. Second one is Rihanna. Third one is Nicki Minaj. And the fourth one is Cardi B. Okay? So what they do is they have females that are tied to the lineage, okay, of the Asiatic Moors to shift over the conscious state of the women all across the world, okay? Because the Zionist Jews know that the Asiatic Moors are the original humans on the earth with the most powerful auras on the earth, and they know all the other races and groups of people are going to pick up the traits and the and the energy, okay, the traits, the energy, and the customs, okay, of the Asiatic Moors. Okay, the Zionist Jews know this. That's why they implemented these four agents, and they are Asiatic Moors. Okay? So these are the main culprits behind females today carrying the kind of attitude that they carry, especially the feminists, okay? So when you look at a female like Beyonce, this female right here made it normal for women to basically carry this, I don't need a man, I'm an independent woman. You see what I'm saying? Men should bow down to me. You know what I'm saying? If a man doesn't meet my standards, which are all superficial, by the way, if a man doesn't meet my superficial standards, he's not getting the time of day, whoop-de-wop-wop. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I'm an independent woman. You see, the man is going to cater to my needs and my needs only. You see? Eurocentric hairstyle, pound of makeup on to make you look lighter. You see? Completely feminist. Completely feminist. Completely anti-masculine energy. Okay? And she wants her followers and the people who listen to her music, she wants them to carry and to pick up on those same traits.
You know what I should have did instead of going back to this?
Agenda,
No,
okay?
I'm right about this.
I don't need a man. I don't
After
need a man.
this, I'm going to.
Woman.
I shouldn't have did it this way.
But
I shouldn't have did it this way. Anyway,
I'm going to prove that
he's not going to
Beyonce
prove anything.
is a fucking agent. Okay?
I went to the wrong video.
We're going to prove that. Because while she was telling her followers and while she was telling her listeners that it was okay to be an independent woman, she was telling you that, you know, it was good to be an independent woman, you don't need a man. You see, she wanted you to be an independent woman, but she was saying this when she was fucking married to Jay-Z. So wait a second. How does a married woman can feel comfortable with telling single women in America to stay single and that they don't need a man? That's kind of interesting because Beyonce was married to Jay-Z April 4th of 2008. And Beyonce didn't release the single, All the Single Ladies, okay, until October 13th of 2008. So she waited 9 months, okay, for her to be happily married, for her to basically go against her marriage and tell the women of America that they have to take up this persona, that they have to carry this bullshit independent woman persona. Okay? Complete psyop, complete mindfuck, complete psychological programming, and she put the women of America under a goddamn spell. She spell casted, okay? She casted a goddamn spell under the women of America, basically telling, okay, you women out there to take up a persona to carry this independent woman attitude. I don't need a man. A man has to bow down to me. Whoop-de-wop-wop. When the woman who put that shit out wasn't even a fucking single lady herself. She was fucking married to one of the biggest agents and warlocks in the fucking music industry, who is Jay-Z. Okay? She put a spell on you. Okay? Beyonce casted a spell on you. And the next agent is going to be Rihanna. Rihanna basically implemented the energy, okay, that is going around now, where females feel it's the norm to be promiscuous. It's the norm to use motherfuckers for what they've got and to be promiscuous, be proud. See, Rihanna is making it the norm of being proud to be promiscuous. You see what I'm saying? Being proud of having multiple men ejaculate in you and having multiple men ejaculate on you. Okay? Rihanna has ushered in this mentality. Rihanna has ushered in this doctrine to our young women in our goddamn community. From ages 6, 7, all the way to 40. Okay? So like I said, no matter really what age you are, these 4 women I'm about to list they're warlocks. They're female warlocks. They're sorcerer. They would be called a sorceress, okay? Which would be a form of a witch, which means they are using higher frequencies or certain frequencies.
They're stealing your energy.
Okay,
Really
so basically destroy the psyche of the females of the nation, of the whole world, to basically lower the vibration, lower the conscious state of the females all across the world. Okay? Don't pay no attention to no higher wisdom. Don't pay attention to no higher consciousness. Don't pay attention to no real knowledge that is actually meaningful in life. No fucking spiritual wisdom. None of that. None of that. Okay? These women I'm about to list, they want women to basically set something called superficial standards. Okay? These agents right here want other women that follow them to take up something called superficial standards. Okay? Where if you don't meet my superficial standards, you don't even have a chance, okay, to be in a relationship with me, okay? And this woman right here, okay, has mind fucked you all right to the bank.
Yes.
Because like I said, she sells albums and makeup, so right to the bank.
Yep.
Okay, she's mind
I like
fucked
her
you all
hustle. I
into
like
taking
her.
up the persona.
Rihanna.
Okay, that it's cool to be an independent woman and not to want or need a man, not to think that a male figure is important in a child's life. Okay, to also mind fuck the women in America and to get them to believe that being promiscuous, okay, is the right thing to do. Okay, having multiple men ejaculate in you and ejaculate on you is the right thing to do. And like I said, I'm going to bust up that doctrine later on in this lecture. So just stay tuned. Listen very carefully. Also, Rihanna is a well-known sex slave in the music industry. A well-known sex slave.
She's a sex slave in
Her
politics.
cousin. Rihanna's cousin was shot and killed I believe
The
a few
president of
months ago,
France and his wife.
and I don't know if it was in Florida or the Caribbean, but he was shot and
President of
killed.
France is
And
a young
she
man,
basically
and
carried
his
that kid
wife
out.
is
That was her
like
ritual
10, 12
sacrifice.
years older than
Okay,
her, and she's
so
a
you
teacher,
cannot get
a
into
school
this
teacher.
industry and get
Sex
this level
slave
of
for the
success and fame and
for the
fortune unless
European
you
politicians
you
and
know
shit,
you sacrifice somebody close to you.
or whatever you call
You
that.
undergo some kind of Masonic sexual
A
ritual.
handler.
Okay, that's what she did.
She's
She
a
became
handler
sex slave
for them.
and she sacrificed her fucking cousin. Okay,
She for real.
Beyonce
She really is a handler
fucking
for
sex slave
the president
as
of
well.
France,
Okay,
and she was
plain
somebody's
and
handler
simple.
too.
Beyonce
Beyonce.
also made it the norm for women to take up this gothic look and this promiscuity, to be promiscuous, okay? For promiscuity to be viewed as the norm, okay? Beyonce was that agent, okay? To basically pound that in the minds of the female masses, okay? I can count on I can count to 10 to 15 men that she's been with in serious relationships with, and that's just the men that I know off the top of my head, okay? That's just the men that I know off the top of my head. So you can actually double or triple that number. You see what I'm saying? She made that the norm, okay, to the young females out there. Rihanna did. And then, oh my goodness, this one right here, okay, Nicki Minaj. I mean, where do you start? Where do you start? Okay, of course, her cousin was shot and killed before she got signed to Lil Wayne's label, the Young Money label. Okay,
She's really bad.
and we all know that she had sexual relations with both Lil Wayne and Drake and Gucci Mane, and the list goes on. Okay, so let's just look at her whole demeanor and her whole doctrine. Okay, she calls herself a real woman, but how the fuck can you be a real woman in a Barbie? Because a Barbie is a fake fucking plastic doll. So what do we have here? We have a woman with a pound of fucking makeup, on her face. We have a woman with fake fucking eyelashes. We have a woman who's looks like she's getting injections in her lips, probably with collagen. Okay? We have a woman
Trying
with
to be-
fucking weave, hair extensions.
She's trying to be Kim
We have
Kardashian.
a woman with a fake ass.
Yeah,
We
she's
have
trying to
a
be Kim
woman
Kardashian.
with fake contact lenses.
She just took
fake
little
fucking
Kim to the next
contacts in
level
her eyes.
because y'all don't
And who
respect
calls
black
herself
women.
a fucking
So
Barbie,
she
but
said, you
has
know
the
what?
nerve
I'm gonna
to
put
call
this shit on my
herself a real
motherfucking body
fucking
and make
woman.
me some
It's not
goddamn
a
money.
real
That's what the
goddamn
hell she did.
thing on her. Not a real thing on her.
Oh damn! Did I?
Okay?
Okay, good.
But a bunch of fucking fake shit and some demonic spirits. Okay?
Now I'm actually gonna stop.
Plain
Is he
and
finished
simple.
with her?
Plain and simple. And what's sad is a lot of women across America have picked up the same fucking doctrine and the same mentality as a Nicki Minaj. Okay?
You
They picked
deserve
up the
it.
same
If you
fucking
hate us,
mentality.
you deserve it. Look
Right
at them
here,
eyes. Look
you
at them
see
eyes.
Nicki Minaj, you see her eyes. Her eyes are slanted, okay? Like a fucking reptilian, because she is possessed by the archons. She is possessed by the fucking archons, okay? You can call me crazy, you call me Looney Tune, all you want. This information has been public for the longest, okay? These women are all possessed by fucking demons. They
Sasha,
all have multiple men's
Calypso,
sperm in them going to war in their
Andromeda,
womb, so they are super masculine by nature.
and I guess the whore of Babylon.
And
I
they
guess
are possessed by
I just
demonic
figured it out.
entities because they had to ritually sacrifice somebody close to them and go through sex rituals
Or
to get
Kim
the amount of money
Kardashian
and fame and success
via
that they had
Andromeda,
in their career.
or
Okay?
via Andromeda
So
via
they
Kim
are completely
Kardashian,
gone. They are
and
completely
the whore of
disconnected
Babylon
from the spirit
via
realm.
Kim Kardashian
Okay?
again.
From the higher spirit realm.
Okay.
These women, Beyonce, Rihanna, okay? And Nicki Minaj and the next woman I'm going to show you, they are completely disconnected from the higher spiritual realm. Completely.
Now, stop. Let's go to the next video. I'm going to go off on two video tangents. They're only 5 minutes long. And then we're going to go back. This is what they want to implant in women. Listen.
Perfection. Since the beginning of time, women had altered themselves in pursuit of perfection. Women in ancient Egypt altered themselves from their natural appearance by wearing makeup, wigs, and metal jewelry to accentuate their beauty in pursuit of perfection. Over time, women subjected themselves to other forms of body modifications, alterations, and mutilations in the name of beauty in pursuit of perfection. Piercings, scarrings, tattoos, extensions, wigs, weaves, bindings, bonding, wrapping, and warping the body to alter it from its natural form to another form, all in the name of beauty, in pursuit of perfection. Over time, women have gone from corsets, waist clinchers, farthingales, girdles, push-up bras, and padded panties just to get the perfect hourglass figure, to breast implants and breast augmentation to have bigger breast, booty injections to have a bigger booty, and liposuction and the surgical removal of ribs, to get a tiny Barbie waist, in order to have the perfect hourglass figure. Women have gone from simply applying makeup to their face such as lipstick, lip gloss, foundation, eyeshadow, eyeliner, blush, and concealer, to alter their faces in order to become more beautiful, to having their face surgically altered through plastic surgery, facelifts, nose jobs, and Botox injections to alter their faces in order to become more beautiful. Women acquire
Looks like Kim
disorders such as
Kardashian
bulimia and
to
anorexia
me.
in order to alter the appearance of their bodies. Women wear high heel shoes, tight pants, and tight skirts.
They
which
all
alter
go
the
through
natural
all
way
four.
a person
They all go
walks,
through this
all in the
period.
name of beauty,
What's her
in
name?
pursuit of
Didn't take
perfection.
very well.
From head to toe,
Um,
women daily alter something
Cardi
about their
B.
natural appearance. See,
She
we
didn't
women
take
just
very
don't
well.
feel beautiful in our natural state. We women
She's
have to
too
alter ourselves in
hood.
order to feel beautiful, just in order to feel perfect.
She
This is
knows who
because the women of Earth
she's
are
already
being
born.
influenced and manipulated by fembot android extra.
You hear what she just said? She was already born. Cardi B was already born a hood chick when she was a little baby. So what you think a hood is? It's a fake. You know, it's a artificial jungle. So we got that. We don't need no fembot to teach us how to be this. We know it already. We went to public school. We don't need it. It didn't take with Cardi B. That's why you notice with her when she has her interviews and shit, she's very comical and she's corny. And then when she says stuff, she she um she it's through her nose where she's sniffing. What would that be? Cocaine. She's a natural. It's not cosmetic with her. It's a natural addiction to be or high. I don't know how else to explain that. She's a old fashioned broad. Just redone over for 2018. So I run my mouth and she's telling you who she is. This lady is a fembot Andromeda android. And I'm sorry I ran my mouth. Maybe I'll be able to rewind it for 60 seconds.
Terrestrials from the Andromeda Galaxy. The Andromeda Galaxy is a spiral galaxy located 2.5 million light years from Earth in the Andromeda constellation. It is said that the constellation of Andromeda is named and concealer, to alter their faces in order to become more beautiful, to having their face surgically altered through plastic surgery, facelifts, nose jobs, and Botox injections to alter their faces in order to become more beautiful. Women acquire eating disorders such as bulimia and anorexia in order to alter the appearance of their bodies. Women wear high heel shoes, tight pants, and tight skirts which alter the natural way a person walks, all in the name of beauty.
They teach us this shit, literally. This is how we get
Daily
jobs.
alter something about their
They
natural
teach us
appearance.
this.
See, we women just don't feel beautiful in our natural state. We women have to
Sales,
alter ourselves
retail,
in order to feel
New York.
beautiful, just in order to feel perfect. This is because the women of Earth are being influenced and manipulated by fembot android extraterrestrials from the Andromeda Galaxy. The Andromeda Galaxy is a spiral galaxy located 2.5 million light years from Earth in the Andromeda constellation. It is said that the constellation of Andromeda is named after Andromeda, a character in Greek mythology, who was sentenced to death for boasting about being too beautiful and perfect. However, the Greek mythological story was actually based on us, the beautiful and perfect fembot androids from Andromeda. We are coming to invade your galaxy. The Andromeda Galaxy and the Milky Way Galaxy will collide in the future. We have been slowly manipulating the women of Earth to alter their natural form and become more like us, so that when we arrive, the women of Earth can be completely supplanted by the fembot androids from Andromeda.
That's some real shit, man. That's the truth.
To your planet, such as surrogate mothers, artificial wombs, test tube babies, sex toys, flashlights, microwaves and automatic cookers to do the cooking, vacuum robots to do the cleaning, and robot nannies to raise the children. To slowly get you used to replacing the women of Earth with something artificial. This is where the premise of the movie called Stepford Wives comes from.
Wow.
We have already sent many fembot androids from Andromeda to your planet, in the form of organic robotoids and synthetic people, who have risen to the level of celebrities amongst you.
Did you hear that?
Holly Berry, Beyonce, Stacey Dash, Tyra Banks, Tracy Bingham, Lady Gaga, Christina Aguilera, and Nicki Minaj are all agents of
The last one.
From Andromeda.
The first one and the last one.
Computers, electronics,
And you can see it.
robotics,
And I remember Christina Aguilera when she went through her shit.
From Andromeda.
I remember that shit, boy.
Arch your eyebrows, shave your legs, glue on your eyelashes, press on your nails, paint your nails,
Remember
paint your face,
Lady
pierce
Marmalade?
your ears, pierce your nose,
Trying
mark your
to
body, sew in your hair.
redo what
In time you will
Patty
become
LaBelle
completely
did, the
altered,
lady that got her
completely
nose
synthetic, and
redone.
completely perfect.
Same thing.
Just
This
like
this
me.
is the cult. This is we're trained to think like this. Anyway, I'm actually going to play it again because that's the foundation. And I talk a lot, and it's helpful to play it again. We're talking about the entertainment business. This is how they start off the MK Ultra beta, whichever one they want to do, beta, sex kitten, whichever one they want to do. This is how the foundation. Listen good.
Perfection. Since the beginning of time, women have altered themselves in pursuit of perfection. Women in ancient Egypt altered themselves from their natural appearance by wearing makeup, wigs, and metal jewelry to accentuate their beauty in pursuit of perfection. Over time, women subjected themselves to other forms of body modification, alterations, and mutilations in the name of beauty in pursuit of perfection. Piercings, scarrings, tattoos, extensions, wigs, bindings, bonding, wrapping, and warping the body to alter it from its natural form to another form, all in the name of beauty, in pursuit of perfection. Over time, women have gone from corsets, waist clinchers, farthing veils, girdles, push-up bras, and padded panties just to get the perfect hourglass figure, to breast implants and breast augmentation to have bigger breast, booty injections to have a bigger booty, and liposuction and the surgical removal of ribs, to get a tiny Barbie waist, in order to have the perfect hourglass figure. Women have gone from simply applying makeup to their face such as lipstick, lip gloss, foundation, eyeshadow, eyeliner, blush, and concealer, to alter their faces in order to become more beautiful, to having their face surgically altered through plastic surgery, facelifts, nose jobs, and Botox injections to alter their faces in order to become more beautiful. Women acquire eating disorders such as bulimia and anorexia in order to alter the appearance of their bodies. Women wear high heel shoes, tight pants, and tight skirts which alter the natural way a person walks, all in the name of beauty, in pursuit of perfection. From head to toe, women daily alter something about their natural appearance. See, we women just don't feel beautiful in our natural state. We women have to alter ourselves in order to feel beautiful, just in order to feel perfect. This is because the women of Earth are being influenced and manipulated by fembot android extraterrestrials from the Andromeda Galaxy. The Andromeda Galaxy is a spiral galaxy located 2.5 million light years from Earth in the Andromeda constellation. It is said that the constellation of Andromeda is named after Andromeda, a character in Greek mythology, who was sentenced to death for boasting about being too beautiful and perfect. However, the Greek mythological story was actually based on us, the beautiful and perfect fembot androids from Andromeda. We are coming to invade your galaxy. The Andromeda Galaxy and the Milky Way Galaxy will collide in the future. We have been slowly manipulating the women of Earth to alter their natural form and become more like us, so that when we arrive, the women of Earth can be completely supplanted by the fembot androids from Andromeda. We have sent various technologies to your planet such as surrogate mothers, artificial wombs, test tube babies, sex toys, flashlights, microwaves and automatic cookers to do the cooking,
Flashlights.
vacuum robots to do the cleaning, and robot nannies to raise the children. To slowly get you used to replacing the women of Earth with something artificial. This is where the premise of the movie called Stepford Wives comes from. We have already sent many fembot androids from Andromeda to your planet, in the form of organic robotoids and synthetic people, who have risen to the level of celebrities amongst you. Holly Berry, Beyonce, Stacey Dash, Tyra Banks, Tracy Bingham, Lady Gaga, Christina Aguilera, and Nicki Minaj, are all agents of the fembot androids from Andromeda. Anyone promoting computers, electronics, or robotics are all agents working for the agenda of the fembot androids from Andromeda. So go ahead, ladies. Arch your eyebrows, shave your legs, glue on your eyelashes, press on your nails, paint your face, pierce your ears, pierce your nose, mark your body, sew in your hair. In time you will become completely altered, completely synthetic, and completely perfect. Just like me.
Okay. Now they said that it's going to collide in the future, the Andromeda Galaxy and the Milky Way. A woman is nothing but a male that came first, right? With an inverted phallus.
Likely place to find
Now,
life in our solar system.
a woman is nothing but a male with an inverted phallus. So what does that mean? If y'all are right and the male sex was first, that you were reincarnated, males were you all of us have been reincarnated, and males will all be reincarnated one day as a damn female with an inverted phallus if this continues. And it already happened now. And women have been found on this planet for millions of years. So that says everything right there. But that's what a woman is. She is a mutated man. And the mutation is the hormones and the private part, the genitalia, which governs the brain, how the brain thinks. So anyway, that's that. This is what the women want. This is something like what these women want. Notice that all of the women he named was all black women. Christina Aguilera was really the only white girl, and she's from somewhere South America, whatever. And they didn't name Kim Kardashian. She's not the fembot. All the other bros, the black women, are the fembots. Interesting?
And we know that on Earth, everywhere that there's water, we find life.
This is Jupiter's moon.
Cut through the ice, lower the
Yamaya
look around,
of
see what's there.
the Europa on Europa.
Greetings, my children.
This is what Nicki
How
Minaj
have you
wants.
been? It's been such a long time since the last time we have spoken.
She wants a
and
soul.
even a longer time since the last time we have seen each other. In fact, it's been such a long time that you may have forgotten me, and so this may feel like the first time. My name is Yemea. I am an incarnation of the Mother Spirit of the Yoruba people of Nigeria. The Yoruba people of Nigeria are also related to other tribes across West Africa, and even in South and Central America. Some humans revere me as a river spirit, and venerate my daughter, Oshun, as a spirit of the sea, while some humans venerate Yemea as the spirit of the ocean. In South America, I am worshipped as one of the 7 Orishas, the queen of the ocean, patron spirit of fishermen and sailors. Simply put, I am the spirit of water itself. All water, everywhere, including water on planets other than Earth. I am the matron spirit of pregnant women, who carry the chaotic waters of birth inside of them. I am an embodiment of the feminine principle of creation, and a spirit entity associated with the moon of Earth, and all moons of all planets. My name Yemea means, mother whose children are like fish, which shows that all life comes out of the fecundity of water and reigns over all living things.
Even Erykah Badu went through that.
The Yoruba migrated out of
They
Africa.
all went through it.
My story became a legend, and the word Yoruba began to be mispronounced as Europa. Europa was then associated as one of the female lovers of the god Zeus in Greek mythology, or Jupiter in Roman mythology, who gave birth to the first king of Crete, which is why the continent of Europe on Earth is named after Europa, who came from the Yoruba. It is said that in Greek, the name Europa means white eyes or white face, referring to the white-faced cow goddess Hathor of the ancient Egyptians. The goddess Hathor of the ancient Egyptians was one of my many incarnations, and Hathor was also a water spirit, being a goddess of the celestial waters of the Nile, the Milky Way galaxy, the heavenly cow. Metaphorically, Europa meaning white face, is also analogous to being open-minded. When the moons of the planet Jupiter were discovered, it is no coincidence that the moon given the name Europa, just so happens to be a moon with a large hidden vast ocean beneath its frozen surface. NASA has observed giant water geysers on Europa erupting and shooting water out into space. Also, this large ocean beneath the surface of Jupiter's moon Europa is able to host life. Wherever there is water, the water gives birth to life, and the spirit of Yemea is present. My children, you are not alone in the universe. You do not have to travel light years away, to other galaxies and other solar systems, to find evidence of life, because life exists within your very solar system, on a moon of Jupiter, named Europa, filled with the water spirit Yemea, of the Yoruba.
Do you understand now that the black woman is God? Now she is pink. You know how they say the white woman, the cave, the cave, whatever, are pink. Well, that's not exactly how it is, and not all women, not everybody is, and whoever, not everybody is I don't think, no, not everybody is what you call. Some women have never, whatever. But whatever. Anyway, not everybody comes from the same place. Not everybody has the same experiences either. And this is what you're going to end up
Hello,
with.
my loves. It is such a pleasure to speak with you. I bring you this delightful message on behalf of the Venusians and Venerians, the people from the planet Venus. We are your celestial neighbors in your solar system. As your celestial neighbors, we'd like to come over from time to time, to borrow a cup of sugar, if you know what I mean. Many people of Earth do not know about the Venusians and Venerians. This is because physically, we look just like the humans of Earth. Both Earthlings and Venusians are from the same solar system, so you can't expect us to have evolved to look that much different. In fact, Earthlings and Venusians are rather compatible, and we have been mixing in and breeding with Earthlings for thousands of years. You Earthlings find the physical appearance of us Venusians and Venerians to be quite sensual and erotic. Physically, the women from Venus are very curvy and beautiful, full-bodied, with wide childbearing hips, and big butts, the infamous pear shape, soft and voluptuous. with seductive curves. Venusians and Venerians have round oval faces, with very expressive eyes, and dark hair and skin. The original people of Venus looked much like the original people of Earth. They were black people. Thousands of years ago on planet Venus, a calamity befell our planet, making the surface of the planet uninhabitable. Some of the original people of Venus escaped the calamity and came to Earth, and settled in Southwest Africa to become the Khoikhoi and Nama tribes. When these female African Venusians traveled to Europe, they were worshipped as gods. Venusians were called Lahengu by the Sumerians, Ishtar by the Babylonians, and Ashtaroth by the Hebrews. Female African Venusians who were worshipped by Europeans were given the names Venus and Aphrodite. This is why the name Aphrodite sounds so much like Africa, because Aphrodite was an African Venusian. Years later in the 19th century, another female African Venusian from the Khoikhoi tribe named Sarah Bartman, traveled to Europe to be worshipped, and was given the name Hottentot Venus. Those Venusians and Venerians who could not come to Earth to escape the calamity, had to move beneath the inner surface of Venus, where there are large underground cities and structures where people still live to this very day. Over time, the original people of Venus who moved into the underground cities, their skin would become lighter due to the lack of exposure to the sun. Today, many of the Venusians and Venerians have tan to olive skin complexions, with thick wavy to straight black hair. We appear like the Latinos, Spanish, Italians, and Middle Easterners of the Mediterranean race on planet Earth. However, one distinguishing feature of the people from Venus is that we do not have fingerprints. When male Venusians and Venerians come to Earth, they are usually scientists and leaders of people. This is why in your Earth mythologies, the goddess Venus was married to the blacksmith scientist deities Vulcan and Mars, and in Greek mythology, Venus, as Aphrodite, was married to the blacksmith deities Hephaestus and Ares. This is because those early African Venusian women were married to blacksmith African males. The goddess of love and sex, married to the god of science, technology, and war. In your Earth mythologies, both Vulcan and Hephaestus are related to the Norse blacksmith god named Thor, whose wife is named Sif, and there is also a volcano on the planet Venus named Sif. This is why one of the Venusian males who visited your planet in the 1950s was named Valiant Thor. When tall blonde Nordic beings from Aldebaran came to planet Earth, and met with the late President Dwight Eisenhower, and asked America to lay down their arms, it was the Venusian Valiant Thor who met with the President in the Pentagon, and told him not to trust the people from Aldebaran. This is why there has always been a conflict between blondes and brunettes. Another famous Venusian male who visited and lived on planet Earth was the scientist Nikola Tesla. Whenever we Venusians and Venerians have come to Earth, we have always been elevated to high positions amongst you. You may have noticed that I have used the terms Venusian and Venerian both to describe people from Venus, but you may have wondered what distinguishes a Venusian from a Venerian. It all goes back to an ancient conflict where a Venusian male and female couple named Lucifer and Lilith had obtained lofty high positions amongst the people of Earth, which made some Earthlings jealous, so they decided to demonize the people of Venus. This is why the planet Venus is called the bright morning star, and is associated with Lucifer and the devil on Earth. This is also why the pentagram star orbit of the planet Venus around the Sun as seen from Earth, has become associated with the devil, and why in your Bible, in the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 verse 12 it says, "How you have fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the bright morning star." However, the people of Venus want to make love, not war. Jesus was also from planet Venus. This is why in your Bible, in the book of Revelations, chapter 22 verse 16, Jesus says, "I am the bright morning star," referring to the planet Venus. Venus is about love, and Jesus is love. The difference between Venusians and Venerians is that, Venusians are peaceful people of Venus who only want oneness, love, and delight. Venerians are the people of Venus who were demonized by Earthlings, and Venerians make war by making love, spreading venereal diseases and STDs, when they have sex. There's a thin line between love and hate. I know you may be shocked, astonished, and astounded that humanoid extraterrestrials from the planet Venus have been walking and living amongst you on Earth. Even if the person has parents from Earth, they may have been implanted on Earth or switched at birth with a baby from Venus. Some famous people from Venus who lived on Earth are Carl Sagan, Casey Kasem, Dick Clark, Elizabeth Taylor, Elvis Presley, Nikola Tesla, Susan Lucci, Fard Muhammad, Sofia Vergara, Kim Kardashian, Venus de Milo, John Travolta, Bill Pullman, Val Kilmer, and the author George Adamski described a woman from Venus he met named Dolores Barrios. Also, the tennis-playing Williams sisters, Venus and Serena, are black women from Venus. The Venusians only want to make love, not war. This is why the astronomical symbol for the planet Venus is the Egyptian Ankh, which is a symbol for life, but also is representative of a woman's vaginal canal, fallopian tubes, and womb. Many of the dark-haired olive-toned people in ancient Egypt were Venusians. This is why the second highest mountain and highest volcano on the planet Venus is called Ma'at Mons, named after the Egyptian goddess of truth Ma'at. We Venusians only want to make love. We want oneness. We mix in and breed with all the races on Earth so that in time, we will have produced one race, a neutral race of neutrinoids, where you can't tell the person's nationality, a new race, for the new age. People like Tiger Woods, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Boris Kochel, Bob Marley, Halle Berry, Vanessa Williams, Alicia Keys, Mariah Carey, and President Barack Obama. Not only will this be the new face of America as shown in the November 1993 edition of Time magazine, but it will be the new face of the planet Earth. This is why the Venusian Kim Kardashian has primarily been with men of a race opposite to her own. In time, we will all be one. Don't you just love it? Love and light to you all. From Venus, the bright morning star.
Oh boy. Alright, so that's that. I'm done. I'm finished. That's the finished product. That's what they want. That's the goal or whatever. I don't know how to explain that. But she said Muhammad was a Venusian. She said Jesus was a Venusian. That many people have Venusian children that were switched at birth for their own human children, right? I can believe that. I do believe that it is scientifically possible. You can have living higher, like advanced beings, civilized beings that live on outside the planet, the Earth planet. And then, we live in the Goldilocks zone. And I believe I don't know where the Goldilocks zone begins and ends, but the planet Earth is in the Goldilocks zone, rotating around the sun. And Venus is next to the Earth, the second planet from the sun next to the Earth. It's hotter there. Human beings or humanoids who don't consume H2O or however they can live there. Anyway, I ain't gonna get into all of that. I'm curious as to, so I figured it out. One, Beyonce is Isis, Ishtar, the Babylonian queen of heaven. Two, Rihanna is Calypso. That's easy. And they all associated with Oshun or Yemaya for their salvation or their soul or whatever. Three, all four of them, all of them. And the last one is just a wash up. 3 is Nicki Minaj, the Andromedan, the latest Andromeda. She is Little Kim 2.0. Okay? So that shows you that they've been working on this for a long time. And 4 is Cardi B, the whore of Babylon. She doesn't have a name. I don't think they're going to get her finished because she's Cardi B. You understand? They gave her what she wanted. They gave her fame. They gave her money. She could rap, I guess. She used to be a stripper. I mean, what she already knows what the world is all about. So it doesn't matter for her. She's got to deal with this child that she just had. She actually has to raise a child now with her ignorant behind. Oh, man. You know what I should have did? He said he didn't get to Cardi B. What I should have did was paid attention to what time it was when I changed the video. Because I think I'm going to end it off. I figured it out. And I got it on record here. So that's the Hollywood John. The entertainment business's way of modeling the female consciousness.
This woman right here, okay, has mind fucked you all right to the bank, right to the bank. Label, okay? And we all know that she had sexual relations with both Lil Wayne and Drake and Gucci Mane, and the list.
$14.
And who calls herself a fucking Barbie, but has the nerve to call herself
15 minutes. We're gonna skip. Well, we already listened to him talk about Nicki Minaj. So Kim Kardashian isn't the entertainer.
in public
You get
for
it, right?
the longest. Okay? These women are all possessed by fucking demons. They all have multiple men's sperm in them going to war in their womb. So they are super masculine by nature. Okay? And they are possessed by demonic entities because they had to ritually sacrifice somebody close to them and go through sex rituals to get the amount of money and fame and success that they've had in their career. Okay? So they are completely gone. They are completely disconnected from the spirit realm. Okay? From the higher spirit realm. These women, Beyonce, Rihanna, okay, and Nicki Minaj, and the next woman I'm going to show you, they are completely disconnected from the higher spiritual realm. Completely.
I wonder
so
what
the
number
fourth
the one that
we
he
have
keeps on skipping.
is Cardi B. Now, Cardi B
She's a cave woman.
is
She's a
just
cave
going
bitch.
to be what I would
That's
consider
what she is.
a
That's
no
what she
holds bars.
represents. Yeah.
No holds bars.
She represents a cave woman.
Whatever you do goes. You see what I'm saying? Whatever you like goes in life. Whether you want to be a homosexual, whether you want to be a lesbian, whether you want to be a prostitute, whether you want to be a stripper, whether you want to be a porn star, whether you want to be completely promiscuous, anything goes. Anything goes in Lucifer's world. Anything goes in Lucifer's world. Okay? And Cardi B is a perfect example of that. Okay? Perfect example. Okay? Plain and simple. This woman was actually quoted saying,
young as hell.
Stripping saved my life. She was quoted saying, stripping saved my life.
So maybe she wasn't
okay,
supposed to be a man.
It's not a game, people. It's not a game and it's not a
a
joke.
woman. Maybe she wasn't.
These agents are real. They are very real. And they all have an individual agenda. And Cardi B's is to make sure that women have a no holds bar kinds of mentality. Anything goes. You see what I'm saying? I can sleep with as many men as I want. And everything is all good. I can have as many men ejaculate in my womb over a certain amount of time. And that is like a badge of honor to her.
Okay? New York woman. Old school.
This individual is getting ready to carry that out to the young women all across the nation. From kids all the way to the age of 40.
They are dead. It's not a game, people.
It is not a game.
That's how they think.
Okay, you need to detach.
That's everybody.
Your loved ones, you need to detach your young children,
that's these
your young
light-skinned girls.
Away from this bullshit, away from these figures.
They got everything under control.
Because they're going to cause your young daughters, your young nieces, okay?
It's true.
Your grandchildren out there, these women are going to cause them
and sensuality
to go down
for the ones that don't have sex
of spiritual and mental destruction, okay, which eventually is going to lead to their physical destruction.
She's young.
And I'm about to break all of this down. About to break all of it down, okay? So you had Beyonce basically tell you you needed to be a single lady when she was fucking married on April 2008, and she came out with the Single Ladies music single on October 13th, 2008. Okay? So 9 months after she was married, she told you had to be a single lady. So it was cool for her to be married, but she wanted you to say, fuck that motherfucker, I don't need him.
Fuck that motherfucker, I don't need him. No. I'm sorry. What happened? Pause. Okay, good. It paused. So Cardi B, you notice he's already finished talking about Cardi B. He done went back to talking more shit about all of them. So let's just shut him up for a minute, because he didn't go very deep. That's what you get when a man psychoanalyzes a woman. I mean, goddamn. So Cardi B, she was born in 1992, so she's 25, I believe. This is 2018. Her birthday is on fucking Columbus Day, October the 11th. Anyway, not the day after Columbus Day, right? Her birthday is October the 11th. Cardi B's name is Belle Khalees, like Khalees, the other broad, the one that was married to Nas. Women, all of the women is the same thing, especially all of the women is the same thing. The New York women, we know what this is about. We're from New York. We understand all this bullshit that you would want us to believe about Devine, blah 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 blah. But we're in New York. We are amongst the most exploited people. When whatever. I'm not gonna So anyway, I'm not gonna get into all of that. Alicia Keys, all of them, Khalid, every last one, doesn't matter. Threesomes with the husband, with this, it's all the same shit. Oh, so everybody's got to do the same thing. Doesn't matter. Now, her name is Belle Khalees, and it's actually spelled with a C. Khalees, the older woman, she's remarried. Her stage name is spelled with a K. Belle Khalees Marlenis Al-Manzar. Her last name is Al-Manzar. Never heard that before. Okay. And she was born October the 11th, 1992. 2002, 2012, 2022. She'll be 30. 19, 20, 21, 22. She's 26 this year. So, let's see what her first... Yep, 2015. She was on Love and Hip Hop New York. Didn't watch it. So, she started on Love and Hip Hop New York. She was on Vine. And she also went viral on Instagram. She was a career stripper, a social media stripper. Oh, sorry. She was a career stripper. She became a celebrity when videos went viral on Vine and Instagram about her, like Amber Rose. Amber Rose is a model. Cardi B is a rapper. I don't know where Amber Rose is from. She's not from New York. That's it. Another woman. It's just another broad. It's just somebody. It's just, the Three Musketeers didn't work for them. They had to put a fourth one in there to seal the deal. So this is convincing me that that's what she is. I think she's just the whore of Babylon. So that's what the 4 is. What's the 4? Fantastic Four? The Three Musketeers, the Fantastic Four, the Golden Girls. The Golden Girls. So you got the whore of Babylon. She comes at the very end. She isn't born until 1992. I mean, shit. She didn't get born until 1992. Then you have, I think Rihanna is younger than the other women. She wasn't born in America. She was born in Barbados. That's Miss Calypso, Little Miss Ocean Girl. the sea nymph. She know all these women know what they got to do to get ahead. Uh, Beyonce and Nicki Minaj. I guess Nicki Minaj would be next because we're gonna assume that she's actually telling the truth about her age. And then we're not supposed to believe Beyonce's age, so we'll do Nicki Minaj next. She's 36 years old. I know that about her. Her name is Onika. Let's look at her last name. Nicki Minaj's name is nothing to Cardi B, because everybody knows about the strippers making uh um making it. Everybody, it was an era. I remember when I was in college where I was too young, where all the women they was stripping and they had to get out and cross over and get regular jobs to make them. It was like an issue. Nicki Minaj, right? Nicki Minaj. I don't want to go there when it's probably. So Cardi B, I wonder if she's Puerto Rican. I wouldn't be surprised, but you might as well assume that she's Puerto Rican American, right? Or Puerto Rican. Nicki Minaj is Trinidadian American. What's her name? Rihanna is Bayesian. You see, this is the Trinidadian girl right there. You see Chung Lee with the Fendi. They love Fendi. They love Fendi. You know, in particular, they like Fendi. That's what I see. That's what it comes. You know, I'm not saying I'm not really criticizing. I'm just pointing it out. You know, she is who she wants to be. You know, this is a new thing. Living your best life. Please, just let people live their best lives and just let people live their lives and just keep it moving. Now, this was interesting about this lady. Her last name is Mirage. Onika Tanya Mirage. Very interesting, isn't it? So her rap name is Nicki Minaj. She has she's schizophrenic. She has somebody controlling her brain called Roman Polanski. And then there's this guy in the music industry, I think his name is Roman Polanski or something like that, who's a pedophile and a music producer, the white guy. But this woman here is really fucked up in the head. So you see how they manufactured all these women's minds, and then then we all go through it. Then you have to grow out of the manufacturing of the mind. Beyonce went through it. Rihanna went through it. Cardi B, I guess, went through it. I don't pay attention. What else was I gonna look at for her? Oh, Nika. Her last name is Mirage. She's 35, so I guess she'll be 36 in December. She was born in 1982. So Beyonce, let's look up Beyonce's birthday since we're doing all of this. All I know is that her birthday is the 4th. Why should we not believe that this is her real birthday? That she really is the age that is said is her age. She's been performing for all her entire life. She's been performing her entire life. She was on Star Thing. She was on Star Thing with Aaliyah. Oh, you know what else I was going to say about the 4 of those girls? Looking at that picture I showed you at the very beginning, September the 4th, 1981. The picture that I have in my snapshot, Rihanna, the only one that is not American born, as a matter of fact. Now I know I'm right too. Right now I can believe my theory. Rihanna clearly to me seems to have been the entertainment business's replacement for Aaliyah. Let's look at this picture again, because when I saw that picture, it reminded me of Aaliyah. Let's take a look at this picture again. Let's see if we can quickly find it. Let me see if that'll help me get to it quicker. Here it is, found it. A tribute to Rihanna, it says. That's what this was? I mean, she looks like fucking Aaliyah. It's the one, when you stop playing this video and you look at the snapshot, it's the girl with the black sleeveless top on and gold chains and pearls around her neck and gold stub earrings with the straight black hair in the back. That's Rihanna, but she looks like Aaliyah in the drawing. Is a plain woman, fair-skinned chick, black girl, northern attitude, slim, broad, black hair, black clothing. Then you got Cardi B, is just a stripper. Then you got Nicki Minaj, the brainless one. And then you got Beyonce, her mom. All I see is her mother. That's all I see in Beyonce is trying to be noticed. That's all I see at Beyonce is trying to be noticed, trying to be noticed. I don't know why they used that picture, but they used it. She's a little bit more comfortable in herself now. I don't really see Beyonce looking like that anymore. I do not know why they used that picture. It depicted her like that. I should have checked the year of this event. The Golden Girls Brooklyn Brawl. This is why Cardi B and Nicki Minaj got into a spat with each other. Because this year, this July 2018, they was having this event. And it says a tribute to Rihanna. I don't know why. Oh, a tribute to Rihanna, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, and Beyonce. With DJ Ronan Rock spinning your favorite all night. So it was just a party. A party for people over 21. I like that picture, though. It's cute. It says the Golden Girls. You know what I'm saying? Really cute. So anyway, I'm done. I'm not going to really... What else does he have to really say? Nothing much. Yeah, I don't psychoanalyze. It's like we don't get any... We don't get... You know, you analyze everything else. Well, I mean, you analyze Tupac. But none of these women is going to get that type of analysis.
Beyonce said so. But if you would have did your fucking research and put two and two together, you would have known and came to the conclusion that you'd have been like, wait, why is this married woman who's happily married to a very rich man, why is she telling me I need to be single?
Now, I want to make the point again why I played that video about the Venusian and the Venarian being depicted with Kim Kardashian. Those two other motherfuckers, excuse my language, them two other ones, not her. I don't really know about her and Kim Kardashian because you see how Jay-Z and Kanye had a little falling out, and Kim Kardashian and her, it's like a thing with the two of them. But Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, in particular Nicki Minaj, that is Kim Kardashian's channel. You know, why both of them? Because Kim Kardashian is the whore, you know, and then Nicki Minaj, you know, because a fembot needs to, in order for us to believe that she's a human being, she needs to have a soul. And the soul and the femininity would come via the Venus Hottentot. That's why she went and got the butt implants. It's like a throwback to Sarah Bartman, the same exact woman that Beyonce wanted to play in some sort of movie or a play. She wanted to do a play and be Sarah Bartman. Did she do it? I don't remember. Okay, it's the same thing over, and it's the same mentality, the same psychoanalyzed mind recycled with all of the women. The only one that doesn't really fit with that is Rihanna. She is not American. She's got her own originality. She is a replacement to someone who died. And I think she is Aaliyah's replacement. It would have been her, married to Damon Dash, Jay-Z, married to Beyonce, I guess. You know, it probably would have came out differently. Rihanna, probably, Umbrella, right? Cardi B, what would be the need of the Whore of Babylon? We need the Whore of Babylon because Aaliyah turned into the Queen of the Damned. So we need to resurrect the whore. We need to put the Whore of Babylon for all the ratchets out there to let them know that it's, to let them, make them think that it's okay to be so-called ratchet, to be uncivilized, basically, to not have any self-discipline, any emotion, spiritual or what's the word? I don't know, but that type of self-discipline, higher order self-discipline or whatever, and because the program had to have some adjustments to it. Some of the characters died, and you know, some of the pieces wasn't there, and so there's a little switcheroo there. I don't know how. Why not put what's her name? Jocelyn. I like Jocelyn. I'm sorry. And she ain't from New York, she from Florida. Shit, I like Jocelyn. Y'all should have just gave us the real deal, a grown woman. And she's like 40. Y'all should have just given us Jocelyn. But instead they gave them Cardi B. I don't know what is her, you know, I'm not going to listen to her rap just to see if I think she's talented. I mean, obviously, if they're putting money, it's not that hard to rhyme. Everybody knows how to rap or do poetry, except for me. So you could easily find a light-skinned girl, and you could easily do it. And she's a stripper. So that's a offshoot of Amber Rose, a stripper, the slut walk. Basically, Amber Rose paved the way for Cardi B, but Amber Rose is not a rapper. So since Amber Rose ain't a rapper, it would have been great if Amber Rose did it. We don't need Cardi B. She's too young. It's wrong. We don't need a young woman showing all the other young adolescents and young adults that are like Cardi B that this shit, she's too young. It's too bad that Amber Rose is a goddamn model, stripper, whatever, and doesn't know how to fucking rap, because she would have been a better replacement instead of Cardi B. All of them is all the same thing. Alicia Keys did it. Every last one of them did it. Everybody. He's wrong for singing aloud the 4 youngest women. But this is a fucking sexist man. It is what it is. A man with a penis, a human being with a penis. And that's how y'all think. So whatever. Anyway. And then we got the rest of the women on YouTube that don't want to critically analyze these women. And I don't care about Beyonce sexually molesting her drummer with a curse and killing her cat. I'm not going to talk about that because Beyonce's is a sorcerer's wife. She's a witch. So I mean, it is what it is. And maybe I'll learn something about metaphysics because of Beyonce. Maybe I would have learned more if it wasn't for her. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to look at this red meat anymore. We already know what the meat does to your body, women. And you have to eat based on your blood type. So eat based on your blood type, okay? Sperm, you're not going to turn. It's not true. Just make your own douche and douche out the man's life force. That's it. It's not that big of a deal. You people, you men are not, uh, I mean, shit. We have to be each other's mortal demise. It can't just be a one-way street, right? So clean your vaginas, dish it out, and don't have sex. Especially with a man that don't eat the same type of diet you eat. If you're a vegan or a flexitarian like me, you better stick with a vegan. And it's better that way because it'll reduce the percentage of men that are suitable sexual mates to the point where you won't be having sex with anybody. It'll be hard to find somebody that is your match. Anyway, I'll take the lessons from me. I don't mind throwing them out there. Love ya. I'm ready to stop. This is boring. I mean, not boring, but I do have a headache, or I think I'm just going to make some tea. It's not that I have a headache, but I'm talking. It takes the oxygen out of your brain. So I'm going to close my mouth now. You don't need to listen to anything else he's saying because there's really nothing else there. And I don't want to look for no more videos. So I found out who these 4 women is. It's the Whore of Babylon, Calypso, Isis slash Ishtar, and the Fembot, Little Kim 2.0, and Aaliyah, and Rihanna, the Queen of the Damned, and Aaliyah and Rihanna switch places. The Queen, fucking Rihanna used to be the Queen of the Damned. That's what the Caribbean represents. Anyway, peace. Calypso. Who cares about Calypso? Nobody cares about Calypso. All right, y'all. Bye. Y'all don't even know.